The heat test on the Cal Flame grill to show you how it performs. And right now on the hood temperature gauge, we're a little under 700 degrees. We're going to go ahead and open this real quick, and we're going to pan out here so you can see all the gauges on the inside like we normally do, and show you how this thing actually forms with it open. If you look, they're all on about 200. That means they wrapped around. You're running about 800 degrees on this thing, on the temperature. You can see them all real even. You have to get these shots before they all start to cool off with the lid open. But then again, like I said, all of the temperature gauges are almost in the exact same place. We're going to do a test with the fan running on the convection side of the house to let you see how this thing is actually working out for you. And we'll be back in just a moment. Okay folks, with the convection fan on this grill on high, you're running about 650, so that tells me right there that it's distributing the heat. Let's open the lid and see what happens, see if it's as good as it was on the one without the fan. Okay, all the gauges are a little bit under what they were, so it shows you that they're moving the heat around. They're about 875, somewhere around in there. But they are all even, so that tells you that this grill doesn't have many hot and cold spots. It's actually a pretty awesome grill, but then again, we really have to cook on it to show you exactly how this thing's going to go. But first, we're going to go ahead and do the low-end heat test on the thermometers on the outside and the inside and see what happens with it. Okay folks, we have this Cal Flame grill here, and it's been on right at 15 minutes on low, and it's approaching 450 degrees on the temperature on the outside on the thermometer that's on the hood. Now we're going to go ahead and look at what's on the inside. Now on low, you're looking at 500 degrees, 500 degrees, a little over 500, 500, a little over 500, and a little over 500. It's pretty hot for on low, and we're going to go ahead and do the convection on it right now. We're going to turn on the blower and then see if it cools it down a little bit. Be back in just a moment. Okay folks, we flipped the convection on, and it dropped it to about 355, 360, which is a pretty good range for chicken. If you want to slow cook, you may want to turn a couple burners on, couple burners off, if you want to do, like a brisket or something. But other than that, it's not too bad. Let's open this lid and see what happens when we look at our temperature gauges on the inside here. Okay, on the inside here, got 425, about 450, 425, and 475, 425, and then over here on the edge, we got 475, almost 500. So it doesn't look like it cooked quite as even, or the temperature stayed quite as even while we had the convection on, but really that's not bad. Normally on a grill you want to look at it between the 25 and 50 degree variance, which you're not going to see a whole lot of difference in your cooking. But again, that's all we're demonstrating is how even a grill does on low, high, and then of course in this grill, this is the only grill out there with a convection. Sort of like your high-end stoves in the house. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to come back and we're going to do some cooking for you. Okay, well folks, we're testing the Cal Flame infrared burner. You can see the inside temperature is at 350 with that one burner on. And we're going to open the lid here and see exactly what it does on the inside. There we go. We're going to go ahead and open this thing up. You can see the gauges are all over the place on that. And one of the reasons why is That's a small burner compared to most. You can see you got two of them even in the front. In the center's real hot. In the back, it's pretty even as the fronts, but right there over the burner, it's just going to be a lot hotter. And what you should, most infrared burners are going to be this wide. And you can see that on this. That's how wide they are. If you get up close to this thing, you can see that it's not that wide. And so you're not going to get the same heat coverage as you would on a wider one. But to be honest with you, with this grill and with our earlier heat test, you can see that infrared is right at about 600 degrees, but with our direct flame burners, you're running 800 degrees. So I think maybe, me personally, I would not get an infrared burner with this grill. I'd leave it just the way it is, just because it did such a great job on the heat test earlier. So anyway, this concludes the part of our heat test on our CalFlame gas grill, and we're going to come back and do the cooking portion in just a little bit. Folks, I'm actually excited about the way this CalFlame grill cooked cookies on tinfoil. Normally I wouldn't attempt that on a grill, but what I did was to turn two burners on and turn the convection on. Now that convection is just like a high-end range like DCS, Viking. Them guys all have convection cooking like in the restaurants. CalFlame right now is the only grill that has convection cooking, where you have a fan blowing air over the top so that you just don't have the heat coming from the bottom, so it evens it out, as you've seen in our heat test earlier. We're going to open this thing up and we're going to look at what these cookies look like and see how well they did. I'm really excited about this though. Unbelievable. CalFlame has certainly impressed me. Nice brown, no burnt spots. And I'm going to tell you, I would never attempt this on a regular grill without having it in a pan, just because normally tinfoil will burn it really quick. But because of the convection on this thing, perfect cookies, just like if they were in an oven. So you not only have a barbecue grill here, you have a convection oven. I can't wait to do our pizza. Okay, we're going to look at these cookies because the true test is what the bottoms look like. If they look anything like the top, this is an incredible machine here. We can get one over without them pulling apart. Look at there, no burnt spots, perfectly even in brown. Incredible. These are still soft. But anyway, there you have it. That's our CalFlame convection grill doing chocolate chip cookies. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and do the real barbecue test. We just always like to see how grills work under different temperatures with different items. And we'll be with you in just